The passion that these people show, I absolutely love it.
The great thing about it is I've learned some history while I'm here. And 10 years ago, actually, they raced standardbreds inside of the track there. It's now with grass and there's no more hub rail or anything, but they have been here before.
Yes, I heard that was the 5/8 mile track inside, of course, moving out here to just over a mile. But it's interesting to see, it didn't faze them yesterday, any of these drivers, and of course the trainers having their horses ready to go for this type of distance and the way they're racing here. The horses seem good, the drivers have taken to it, and it's just made for a great day of racing. Looking forward to day 2 today.
I talked to Vicky Gill, and she mentioned to me that everyone has to go over this. So what else are they going to do? They're preparing for it. Alexis Laidler said they changed some of the surface so that they're ready when they got here. Just a lot of preparation work, and also knowing that everyone's going through the same thing.
Yeah, I think so. You know, and looking at the horses they're parading back here, a lot of them have some aluminum shoes on, nothing crazy, you know, and it might be a good type of shoe with a little bit of a deeper surface that it has to be, especially for the thoroughbreds that race on it. I think those aluminums are going to give them that extra little bit of grab if they need it. It looks like they're all shod accordingly and seem to be, the horses have had no problem.
Well, exactly. These are class horses. And the thing is, when you look around at equipment, different things, it's really just the same as we have at home.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, I was at the Meadowlands the week before I came here, and it looks like I just dropped right out from the Meadowlands and right here to Wolverhampton, so it's kind of cool.
And the good thing is you're sponsored by the Sweet Lou Syndicate, and there's so many Sweet Lou's.
Well, I mean, Lou's on a heck of a run, right? He was such a great racehorse, and we got to go over and catch up with him at Diamond Creek there in Pennsylvania about a month or so ago. So if you want to take a look and see what Lou is like, just a day in the life of Lou, because Lou's pretty cool, go on, and that's on our U.S. trotting platforms. You can go on and see that as a part of our sires that we're promoting. We just wanted people to be able to see these sires behind the gate, behind after their life after racing. And yeah, seeing these Sweet Lou's here, I mean, it's just good that you get to see Lou in the U.S., and now you get to see him around the world.
What about Foreclosure Inn? You got to see him the other day. What are your impressions?
You know, I love horses like Foreclosure. You know, he was about just less than $1 million earner, just a tough old racehorse right over there for the Burks, and did great things. And now to see him to be over here changing the game for the Delaney's and the breeding program here for these Ireland horses, that's just another thing. It's super.
It really has. And also seeing Oakwood Stud, I know you guys are doing some different promotions to put out. What should we be looking forward to?
Oakwood Stud, of course, we stopped there on Thursday, and then the team put together a nice video of Derek and, you know, showing Foreclosure and showing us some of the mares they have there and some foals that are going to be coming here. So it was cool to be able to see that. So if you want to check that out, it did really well. So it's being shared around, and we're glad to see that.
Well, great. Well, I'm going to step over here and talk to Mark Jones right now, because he knows something about 2 horses in this race. Nice to meet you, Mark.
Nice to meet you.
How do you like your horse's chances going into this race?
Yeah, it's going to be tough for him. He's got to step up. He's had 4 wins this year. He didn't do much last year, but as you can see, he's the smallest horse in the race here, but he's got a big heart. So yeah, we'll have a go against these big guys on a big track and see what we can do.
I heard you're a Welsh grass circuit winner multiple times. How did you prepare for coming to this surface?
Yeah, we train him all the same. We just stepped up his work a bit more, and we'll just see how we get on. But yeah, I say he gives 100% every time he steps on a track, so just hope he does it again today.
Well, interestingly enough, you also campaigned the Mockingjay. Tell me a little bit about that horse's early days with your stable.
Yeah, we've had a broodmare from years ago called a Pocket Denise, and she bred some serious champions for us. And we bred her, raced her as a 2-year-old, and she won the Breeders' Crown. Then they sold her then to Ireland, and then they tried her and didn't get any success, and then they bred from her a 2-year-old race yesterday out of her by Sweet Lou, and they've got her back racing again, and I think she's going pretty good, yeah.
Well, best of luck to you today. Wendy Ross is joined here. Wendy, who do you have?
Well, you know, it's cool being over here. This is my first driver interview, right, at being over here at Wolverhampton. So I'm joined by Watson Harrop. Watson, now, I'm over here in the UK, but you've been over in the US and Canada driving a little bit too, right?
Yeah, I spent a small amount of time back in the beginning of 23 and then beginning of 24. Last year in Canada, and this year I was down in Delaware with Sean Beer. I drove a little while at Dover for a while. Met some cool people.
Now, how do you like driving over there in the U.S. to being back here at home?
So much more relaxed. Everybody over here, you mean, these guys, a lot of passion. Like, we only get one chance or two chances a week, you know. So there's no courtesy here. So if you want the rail, you got to work for it. You got to press on the gas, or you got to make a decision to try and find the rail before the wings leave. So it is a little bit different that way.
Now you're used to racing over on the grass. Now, were you excited to come here to Wolverhampton and race on this kind of a synthetic sand surface, or do you like racing on the grass?
It depends on what the horse favours. Last fall we had a meeting here and we had a little success here on the synthetic, on the Tapeta with a couple of horses. Some horses like it and some horses don't. You know, some people have it down to be a stayer surface, and I had a horse that he came his last 3/8 of a mile quicker than what he would come at the hard track. It just depends how the horses take to it.
One last question before I let you go. It was really nice to meet you. Now, no matter what surface you're racing on, it's always fun to win during the Vincent Delaney Memorial Weekend, right?
Yeah, but I think we're more hopeful here. We're in tough.
Best of luck.
Thank you.